Sup sexies, welcome back to my mother freaking channel. It's me again with makeup on my hand. I'm so sorry, I'm gross. I put up another question sticker asking for you guys to submit questions, so that's what this video is. This is me asking you to ignore that notification sound. This video is me answering, I think, literally every single question that was asked, just because they were good questions and I want to answer what you guys wonder about. So something you'll learn about me in this video, if it's not already like blatantly obvious, is I talk too fucking much. So apologies. I tried not to say so many words, but it didn't really work out, so whatever. Thank you for being here. If you would like to see how I accomplish this look, keep watching at your own risk. All right, let's get started with these questions. Ignore the pink. I'm a mess. Okay, question I got asked the most is where I get my style inspo from, where I get it from, who I get it from, yada yada. The places where I actively like look for fashion inspo or take fashion inspo from are like social media apps, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. I feel like I subscribe to and follow people whose style that I like. As for who I get my style inspo from, people who I can think of: Devin Lee Carlson, Rico Nasty, iGirl, Tyler the Creator. Rowan Blanchard has really good style. Zendaya. Also the Neva girls, I love their outfits. There's also Harry Styles, Timothy Chalamet, Enya, Drew. I feel like their style is... Enya's a fucking trendsetter, like subtly though. Like slight flex. Like not like absurdly look at my style, whatever, but she always fucking looks good and she's always like doing unique things that are later like super popular, so I love that for her. Yeah, those are the people that come to mind. I don't know. Alexa, Demi, Bella Hadid. It's all over the place. Yeah, spoiler alert for this video. Anytime you ask me about favorites, it's gonna be a long list because I have a really hard time like picking favorites. That being said, next question is, what are some of my favorite albums of all time? Hard question, but Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves. That was my most played album of last year. That album speaks to me like on a spiritual level. Like I feel it, every emotion of that album so deeply for no fucking reason. I guess for the reason that it's that powerful and Casey is that powerful. Something you'll learn about me probably pretty quickly is I'm a very emotional person. I'm gonna do this eye purple. I've just decided. Some like albums that are really personal and like sentimental to me from like a couple years ago also have to include Control by SZA, American Boyfriend by Kevin Abstract, Cat Heaven by Roy Blair too. I've realized how much I fucking adore that album. Wiped Out by The Neighborhood. I also really love Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey. Nothing Happens by Wallows. Albums basically like the time when they come out holds like a very powerful significance in my heart, and then like the album being able to mean something like as the years go on and like take on new importance to me, that shit's crazy. I fucking love music like so much. A couple people asked about my favorite books. I am so flattered that you get the energy that I read. I'm just not a reader. I've always wanted to be like that bitch, you know, that just is super well read. I don't know, I just never enjoyed reading. I never like gravitated towards it. Someone asked what's my favorite clothing or makeup brand. Makeup brands, I feel like you can kind of tell on my channel at least. I love Lemonhead LA. I have a whole fucking video about them. I really love Too Faced. Most of the eyeshadow that I use is Morphe. Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like I'm not like I'll try something because of a brand. It's usually just like if I see a product that looks like it'll work well or that just looks like fun, then I'll probably get it if I can. So yeah, you'll notice that about me. Favorite song right now, Wallows just released Okay, and I really fucking love this song. Also have been coming back to like random oldies in my music library because usually when I'm fed up with my music I just shuffle the whole thing and then pick out things that I like again. so yeah, recently the songs that I've been going back and forth with are What a Difference a Day Made by Aretha Franklin and A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. Brenda also came in with a question hot that I don't know how I can answer. She asked, what's one song that you think you remind people of? I have like a hard time figuring out how others perceive me. That scares me. Hopefully positively. I don't know. I feel like the goal song would be Butterflies by Casey Musgraves. That's the energy that I want to radiate. Or anything by Harry Styles. That's a compliment. Let me know down below if there's a song that you guys are reminded of by my energy, by my presence. Destiny asked, can you just talk about how much you love Harry Styles, please? Yeah, I can. period. So another question that I got, am I going to Love on Tour? Yes. My date still hasn't been canceled yet from what I can tell. I'm going to the Forum show on September 6th. I'm super fucking excited. That's literally like, you ever have that one thing that you can grasp onto in your near future to like give you the courage to keep going? Because that's it for me. Is that sad? Sorry. Destiny coming in hot with the hairstyles questions. Which album? Self-titled or Fine Line? There's a definite answer for this. Fine Line takes the cake. I adore Harry in general. I've literally loved that man since I was like fucking, how old was I, like 10? But wow, holy shit, that's almost 10 years of my life. Wow. I just be like realizing things constantly. We gotta get emotional, bitch. Fine Line came out at a very, very specific time for me. I can just be vulnerable and say it. It's fine, it's just the internet. So I started talking to someone, we started like dating. Like literally our first date was the night that Fine Line came out, or I guess the day that it came out. I was like obviously really excited for this album, and then it came out and it was fucking fantastic. I don't know, this album like kind of just comforted me through some of like emotionally the like highest highs and like the lowest lows that I felt. So yeah, I don't know, it just means a lot to me. This album hit when it first came out, but once you had your heart shattered, damn bitch, that shit, that hit different. Like it's fine, we're fine, just like heal. I also got a really cute question about, I'm not doing my makeup anymore. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my eyes. I think I'm gonna do undercolors. Someone asked me what one of my favorite music memories is. That is really sweet. On the topic of Harry, I talked about this in my Fine Line video, but I'm going in with an orange under the under eye on this side. The day that Lights Out dropped, the day that it released, I was like traveling, or I was like trying to get from one place to another. I was in Amalfi. This is the southern coast of Italy. Like, bitch, I was on a ferry, like getting transported to another part of the coast. It finally fucking, the song like downloaded and I could listen to it. And I was literally staring at the ocean and the sun was like beaming on me, and I had like my headphones in, and I felt so fucking emotional and so grateful and so overwhelmed by like energy and happiness, and oh, it was just such a beautiful time. I love that memory. I also have a bunch from like 2017 era. That was like a really transformative, impactful time of my life. So I'm a child of the internet. I made a lot of my closest friends through Stan Twitter in 2017. I met like a bunch of my friends for the first time at a Brockhampton concert. Yeah, that was a very special day to me. I don't know, like I think just in general, I don't really have like a specific memory from that other than the fact that like I met some of the people that I love most. And then I also got to spend time with my best friends at the time, and it was just really fucking awesome. So this kind of ties into another fucking music question. Someone asked, a couple people asked about like my favorite concerts, my favorite live shows. One that stuck out a lot in my brain when I first read this question was this concert in April of 2018. I went to go see Tyler the Creator in Rex Orange County. They had like a, I don't know if it was like a collab show, I don't fucking know what I'm saying, but they did a show together, and that was honestly like one of my favorite shows, like one of my favorite concerts ever, just because I was 17, I was like about to graduate high school. I felt like I was so happy with like my friends, and I finally like drove us somewhere, and yeah, it was just so much fun. It was one of those concerts where like you just feel like the energy of everyone around you. I just fucking adore Tyler and Rex, and when you're young things just feel like super fucking precious, and I really value that. Another time that stands out in my head is Camp Flogna 2017. That was like a really fucking powerful time. I saw like a bunch of artists that I love. I saw Lana for the first and only time. That was fucking emotional. Those crowds, like festival crowds in general, are brutal, but I'm like the type of concert goer who will willingly like stand in that crowd and shove my way up until like I get there, like respectfully. I'm not the type of bitch to like elbow anyone. I was like so close to barricade, and it was so fucking powerful, and that's like one of my favorite concert experiences. I remember just looking up at her and she started singing Video Games, and I was like in shambles. So I loved that. But one of my more recent favorites was, I guess it's not that recent still, but May of last year when I saw Wallows. I finally went to go see them with my best friend, and that shit was so good. Like, those are some of my favorite performers. I just feel like the boys are really, really high energy, and they're so sweet, and the concert was just so much fun. I don't know, the energy was just so high and all the fans were like going batshit, and I respect that so much. And I like was so close up there to barricade for most of the show, so it was just really fun. And it like that's one of the concerts that like in my brain like I miss it a lot, and like I want to fucking experience that again, so hopefully soon. I don't know what color to do under this eye. I'm just say fuck it and do green. Special shout out to Sai. She asked so many questions and I appreciate it so much. One of them being, how tall am I? Good question. I am 5'7" and 3/4. So like technically I'm tall. I don't feel that tall, but people make me feel that tall, you know? Like most days I could be like 5 inches taller than someone and I just like wouldn't really notice. But like I tell people my height and they're like, oh. Or like people just randomly like be talking to me and make a comment like, you're so fucking tall, and I'm like, thank you so much. Yeah, something that I've kind of like come to terms with. Being tall is fine. I'm not even that tall. That's the thing. Some bitch named Audrey asked, how much do you love me? I don't know, you seem like you smell. Just kidding. The answer is I love you too much. Ranga asked, Kith, marry, kill Harry Styles, Timothée Chalamet, and Tom Holland. I had to fucking think about this one. This one broke my heart. A very important and awful quality about myself is that I tend to occasionally be the white man's whore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna kiss Timothy. I'm gonna marry Harry, and I'm gonna kill Tom. The justification for this in my head is I think, oh fuck, actually, yeah, no, okay. I'm just trying to justify this. I feel guilty. But like the guiltiest I feel is about Tom. I fucking love Tom Holland, like sweetest fucking human, like sweetest soul. I genuinely would like fuck. Anyways, the first reason that popped into my head is because Tom is the shortest. Short men do deserve rights, it's true, but preferably, I'm gonna move on now. I got a couple questions about college and like what my major is and blah blah blah. I believe your name is Karthi. Asked, are you in university now? If so, what courses am I taking? And then Natalie asked, what's your major and what do you want to do after you graduate? So I decided to take the spring semester off. I could go on a whole spiel about college and my experience with it, but I'm not going to bore you with that. Just know that I went to community college, and the closest major that a counselor could throw me into that sounded like what I wanted was fine arts. And anytime anyone asked me what my major was, I'd be like, fine arts, and they'd be like, oh, like what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, what job can you get with that? And I'm like, I don't know. So we just vibing. Someone asked, what's my favorite type of outfit to wear? This is a good question. I guess my go-to outfit is just like jeans and a cute top, and then like I accessorize, and something has to be like color coordinated, or there has to be some subtle like pattern or something to like spice it up. Azalea asks, would you move to Europe? Yes, I would. That is the goal. That is the dream. I'd love to at least live there at some point for a couple of months again, or have like if one day I'm like rich and poppin', to have like a property in somewhere. I don't know. I miss Italy. I'm gonna say it. I miss it. I think I'm gonna pop on some glitter on my eyelids because it's me and I fucking love glitter. I just realized that I half answered a question earlier about my favorite makeup brands and clothing brands. I'm not really a clothing brands person. I'm just really bad at like paying attention to that shit. I'm taking Lemonhead LA glitters. I'm not really big on clothing brands. One independent clothing brand that I do buy from is Fug. They're on my wall. They basically release like sweaters, t-shirts, long sleeves with like original artwork designs on them. So yeah, I love Fug. And they're based in London in the UK. Mayla asked, top 3 favorite movies, actors, or actresses. This is a hard question. And other favorites. I have to say top 3 movies, Grand Budapest Hotel, Scream, and I really love She's All That. But like also Harry Potter will forever be my fave. Sorry. That's like my most watched movies of all time is the entire Harry Potter series. Favorite actors, actresses. That's a tough question. Now she did ask top 3. First person that pops up is Saoirse Ronan. I love that bitch. And she's also just in like by accident just in like every movie that I love, you know. So I also love Timmy. I love Lakeith Stanfield. His versatility and range. I fucking live and breathe for River Phoenix, my heart and soul. One of my favorite actors ever. Will forever hold a special place in my heart. I love everyone. That's my problem. I fucking love everyone and everything. I'm a Cancer, okay, forgive me. Aha, someone asked if I know Spanish. No. Okay, I do know Spanish. I'm not a fluent speaker. I'm not very good at speaking Spanish. If you speak to me in Spanish, nine times out of 10, I understand what you're saying. I can like piece things together with what I know well enough. But yeah, no, I'm not bilingual. Natural selection take me. I am Mexican. I am 100% Hispanic. If you thought I was white, please don't tell me, I'll cry. No offense. Someone asked, what's my favorite TV show? The Office is probably #1, if not like really high up there. I also fucking love Teen Wolf. That was like my life for like years. I also love Sex Education and Elite, both on Netflix originals. I love the OA. That show was severely underrated. Fuck. And The Get Down. God, I'm just sad. I also love Scum, Criminal Minds. I grew up on that shit. Stranger Things. That 70s show. Yeah, that's just so many. I think I quit now. I'm gonna like put on lashes. Lash time. Why did I take my hair down when I'm about to put lashes on? Cause I'm an idiot. So I think these lashes are this. Eyelure London Definition. I think I got these at Target. So I lost my tweezers and I think my lash applicator tweezer things. So wish me luck. Sai asked, what are some hobbies or talents that I have that no one knows about? The ability for me to create emotional attachment to just about everything in my life. Ahaha. Kirsten asked, how's journaling been? I love that you're writing. Love your vids, Jen. She's a queen. I've already told her this. Mwah. I'm gonna apply fake freckles as I talk. Yeah, it's been going well. I haven't been writing as much. I don't know. I feel like right now I haven't felt a need to do so as much. There's been a couple days where I just need to like release, and so like I'll sit there and I'll write like pages and pages, which that's been my process lately. I'll kind of like mule things over in my brain, and then when I feel like I need to just like vomit it out, then I'll sit there and like spend a couple hours like writing. It's really weird, but it works for me, so like I'm not gonna question it. These are confusing times mentally, and it can feel like very suffocating, so I definitely recommend to try and write about your feelings. Of course, you can always talk to people, and it's okay to like have others console you or comfort you or just be there for you, but I also understand wanting to like have your own thoughts and work through them in your own way. So yeah, highly recommend journaling. Just like kind of test it out and see what happens. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, and that's okay. Sami asks, will we ever get to see each other again? By the looks of it, no, because idiots in this country don't know how to fucking stay inside, and that is only directed at people who can stay home and choose not to and would rather be out there socializing and being irresponsible and selfish and inconsiderate for those whose lives are in danger. People can be stupid. Really. Think about your actions, please. Okay, next question. What do you do to stay positive or happy? This is a really powerful and important question. I feel like, I don't know, I've always been like, from when I was a child, like I used to be like the most bubbly, like happy, excited all the time, just like ball of energy. I've for the most part maintained like a pretty like positive attitude and like optimistic energy about me, but I don't know, certain phases of my life were less so. I just think the biggest piece of advice in terms of something like this that I can give you is to just feel your emotions. Emotions are not always going to be positive, they're not always going to be good, you're not always going to feel good, and the best thing that I've learned to do is just like be okay with that. Like accept that we're gonna have our bad days, our rough days, and it's more beneficial to try and understand that and see where it comes from. And I mean, like personally, I'm really bad at this, but like I also highly recommend like talking to your friends if you feel like you need to vent about something, or if you need advice or just support. Don't be afraid to turn to others for that if you need to. A lot of the times, at least I do, like I have this mentality of like I want to like fix things on my own and like be in control, and I don't need to rely on others. But like it's not so much a reliance on others as much as it is just like allowing people to care for you and be there for you. But I don't know, it's a really tricky thing, because at the same time it's important to just learn to be happy with yourself and comfortable with yourself. I don't really know how to like circle this around, but like I just learned from a young age, I guess, from like the power of the internet and from just not liking how I felt when others kind of like made me not feel good. I have just learned that it's most important to love myself and to take care of myself in whatever way that takes on, you know? Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, like every emotion that we feel is rooted in something, and it's important that you allow yourself to like feel okay and feel comforted even in the hard times. The past few months have been really rough for me emotionally. Personally, I spend a lot of time with myself, just allowing myself to breathe and think and consider why things are happening. And I don't know, this could be like a tricky thing to say, but I've adopted the mindset of it's happening for me, not to me. I've become like really spiritual, I guess, in the past few months. I don't know, recently I felt like this weird like spiritual awakening where I'm not religious. I believe in like the universe and like divine power and shit like that. So with journaling too, I think those are definitely connected. I just started to like process and like work through my emotions and understand that I'm gonna be okay even when things are rough. Like it's all gonna work out in the end. Nurture yourself, take good care of yourself, whether that's like physically, mentally, like emotionally, whatever it is. You're a priority, and prioritize yourself and take the time to get to know you, because that's like the most amazing thing that I've ever done, is like sit there and actually like learn more about myself and understand why I am the way I am and things of that sort, because now I just feel like grounded and like complete, and I feel less of like a reliance on others for validation than I once did, which is really good, and I'm really proud of myself for like the growth that I've been able to make. But it's been really hard. Also, just like do things you love without feeling guilty. Spend time with people you love. Surround yourself with people who fucking make you feel good. That's my thought process on it. Which kind of ties into my next question indirectly, but like same energy. Someone asked, any tips on developing your fashion sense? I guess it's literally just experimentation for me. I don't really remember what happened, but I just kind of like, I started dressing like how I wanted to. And I guess it's because like senior year I was so heavily like on the internet, and like most of my friends were like my internet friends. It's inspiring to see people who literally don't give a shit and just like wear what they want. So I think I just kind of tried to embody that as much as I could, and it allowed me to discover how much I love fashion. Coming from a perspective of being a big girl, for the most part I was always so scared to dress fashionably or dress just like in my own way because of my weight and my size and my height. I kind of didn't want to like be like some giant freak. I definitely experienced a lot of love from people, and people are always like complimenting my like uniqueness in my fashion, but I also was combated with I'm gonna say it, like family who kind of made me feel like shit for what I wore. And I don't know, it just happens. I think some people just aren't gonna fuck with clothes the same way you do, and it's the least fun thing in the entire world to be made to feel like ugly or stupid for dressing a certain way or for loving something. The biggest thing that I can tell you is that it's just so important to not listen to it. Thrifting helped me a lot because I could like buy unique clothing items and style things and not struggle so much with like spending money, because it is way cheaper. It is such a cheaper option to like find your style. My advice is whatever body type you have, wear what you want and experiment and have fun with it. That is the biggest piece of advice that I can give you, is because once I started dressing the way that I wanted to, I was having a blast. Don't do it to impress others, do it because you want to. If you don't want to dress nice a certain day, fucking don't. Like, who gives a shit? Like, genuinely, it's all about how you feel, and listen to yourself and trust yourself and love on yourself. And I know that you're gonna look fucking fabulous in anything you wear, regardless. I'm just applying lip liner now. Ignore me. This is NYX Mahogany. I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to the colors that I put on my lips, which is probably stupid, but it's fine. Does this lip gloss match? I don't know. Just like enjoy it. So I got a couple questions about YouTube. One of them being if I have any tips on starting your own channel. I have wanted to make YouTube videos since I was probably like 12. For so many years I kind of just didn't do it because I was like, oh, but like I can't do that. Let the others take care of it. Sit down one day, take your phone or whatever you have and just record. Even if like you feel like no one's watching, do it because you want to create and because you enjoy creating, and don't do it in a sense to like become famous or popular or anything like that. I don't know. I think my personal advice for creating is you're probably never gonna have that much fun if you're doing it with bad intentions. Then again, I don't know. Depends on the person, but my advice is do it because you love it. Take your time. Don't feel like you need to be like growing and growing and growing. Like literally just have fun and create things that you're proud of and that you enjoy, and allow yourself to experiment and try things that maybe people wouldn't expect from you, like that's totally fine and it's a part of the process. I also got asked about the equipment that I use, which ties into this too. I literally just film on my iPhone. Today is the first time I'm filming a video on a camera. This is a Canon SX620HS. I don't even know what that means, but it's just like a little digital camera. Literally since I've started filming videos, always film on my iPhone and just like airdrop to my laptop and edit in iMovie because it's free with my Mac. So yeah, I don't know. Just don't put a lot of pressure on yourself and be creative and have fun. Literally, it's important that you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then like I just do not recommend wasting your energy on creating content. And it's gonna feel really weird and you're probably gonna feel like stupid some days. I know at the beginning I felt like, oh my god, like I feel like a weirdo and no one gives a shit, and chances are people are gonna be really nice. I think that's been the biggest surprise since I've started this, is how kind and supportive people are. Like holy shit. It's a really great feeling, but the right people who want to watch your content, who are meant to watch your content, who you're meant to connect with, they will come to you in whatever time that takes. And I think people easily get in their heads about like what being a YouTuber is, and even that term like freaks me the fuck out, because yeah, like I make videos and I post them on YouTube, but I don't feel like a YouTuber just because of like all that idealized thing that people have in their heads, I don't know, about like image and popularity and shit. I'm literally just a random bitch who lives in a suburb in Southern California. Like I spend most of my days being antisocial and like laying in my bed, and I just sit in my room and film videos and then edit them alone and then upload them, and people on the internet enjoy it. So yeah, it's as simple as that. I'm not like some weird entity. Like I'm literally just like some stupid bitch who sits here and like stares at a camera. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's literally every question. I think I've answered every question that was sent in. I would just again like to take this time to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate, if you watch this whole thing, you're a trooper and I appreciate you so much. I can already tell this is gonna be like really long. I hope you enjoyed. Like this video if you did. Comment if you'd like to. I send all my love and good energy your way. All my socials are linked down below like always. Subscribe if you want to, if you're not already. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.